Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest, with your two hosts, the man who recently allowed the 43 monkeys to escape from the secret laboratory, Professor Orlando, and the man who's going to be leaving the Best in Jest to join Talk Tua, Commander Connor.
Hell yeah.
This one's for the wicked, there's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh, man.
Come on.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode
20.
20.
Episode 20, yeah.
20.
What? Starbucks?
20.
Is that what that means? Does that mean 20 ounce?
I-
Like what did you say venti? Does that venti?
20.
Venti.
Oh, no, I think 20 is Italian.
Oh, what's venti? Venti?
20?
Yeah.
I think it's,
I don't know.
see, I thought it was 20 in Spanish. 20. But I've now said it so much that it doesn't sound right to
doesn't
me.
sound like a word.
20. Venta? Vento? No, not Vento. Well, bienvenidos.
Episode 20.
Episode 20, the Best in Jest. It's been a while for us because we took a little break. That was officially the first missed episode.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Because we went
To Disney World.
to the, I
What?
was going to say the worst place I've ever gone to, which is Florida. Mainly because that shit was humid as hell.
Yeah, so that was like your first time in the East Coast officially.
Like humidity.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that because that beat my ass.
It sucks.
Because it was only like what, 86? No, not even 83.
Wasn't even 90 degrees.
Not even 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But man, it was so humid. I was just, it was kicking my butt. But Disney World, first time going to Disney World, and
Yeah, your first time. What'd you think?
So this has been an arc for us because you guys listening, it's like, oh yeah, we went to Disney, whatever. But we've been talking. Connor's been telling me about Disney World. Wait a minute, Mamma Mia!
He's doing some hand thing.
I'm doing the hand, but since you moved here, because we'll talk about random stuff, and then it's like Disney World, and I was like, yeah. How big could it be? Humongous.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you have to drive a car
To get to each park.
to get to like each park or take a bus.
Fucking
It's
gigantic.
that, and not like bus from the parking lot, not like a little shuttle, like a full-on bus, and you have to get on the highway. It's that big,
Yeah, it's like a small country.
and it was good. It was great.
Good.
Yeah, it was magical. It was immersed. I was immersed, and I think, I think that it was definitely beyond my expectation. Disney, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I always refer to that as like Disney.
Sure.
Magic Kingdom. It was very similar to Disneyland, so I kind of already knew what that was.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know, was it 4 or 5? 4 parks?
4 parks.
4 parks. It's the Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot.
Yeah.
It was these 4 parks. One of them was Magic Kingdom, which is very similar to like Disneyland. It's like the cookie cutter Mickey Mouse Disneyland.
Generic.
Animal Kingdom. That's where they keep me. Hollywood Studios, which is like this weird American drive-in, like Hollywood Boulevard type of thing.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
it's where Star Wars is.
Yep.
And then Epcot, it's really weird.
Very.
How would you
bizarre.
describe it, Epcot?
Fucking stupid. It's just like it doesn't really make sense. Like it's like the city of tomorrow. Behold of its great intellectual.
So it was supposed to be like some Disney built community,
Yeah.
like real life,
Yeah.
like actual
I
community
think so.
of this like forward thinking kind of. What to us it's like retro sci-fi,
Yeah.
but it ended up not working because they're trying to be the Jetsons or something,
Yeah.
and it kind of became this like
Pseudo.
visit the world all around the world.
Yeah.
eating experience,
which is kind of cool.
I mean, I loved it.
It's cool in its own way. I don't understand the giant golf ball thing that they have in the middle. I still don't understand that.
The orb.
Yeah. We have one here. This is Vegas fucking sphere.
Dude, the orbs. See, that's the thing. No one's questioning.
What's all these orbs?
I
What
don't
happens when they
know.
start rising up? You know?
Find out.
Yeah, I mean, Epcot's
We'll
cool.
find out. Soon,
Like Papa
brother.
John's when he said, "Stay tuned," and then the world got hit by COVID like a week later.
Is that really Papa John?
Papa John's is all sweaty. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's all sweaty.
like,
He's been cooking it up.
I ate 30 pizzas in like a week.
He's eating 30 stale pizza. He's like, no, just you wait soon.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Stay tuned." And I don't think we ever learned what the fuck he was talking
He
about.
busts open like one of those like Rafflesia plants, the ones that smell like meat and the spores, and each like leaf is like a pizza slice.
Ew,
and
ew.
the spores release. But yeah, that's Disney World, and we went there
Yeah.
for our vacation.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, so I guess we should go chronologically
Yeah, we can.
because it was very fun
Uh-huh.
and quite a wild adventure
Yes.
because it starts off with gore.
It sure does. It does.
So we're at the airport and we see this guy run past us fast, and we're going up the escalators to the gates or the security.
Yep.
And this guy, he has no luggage. He's dressed like you'd be on like a college campus or
Yep.
something. He's just got no luggage and he's running, sprinting. He takes one step up the escalators, like in the direction you're not supposed
The
to go.
down escalator.
The escalator was coming down, and he was trying to run up it.
Yep.
He takes one step and he falls straight on his face.
Yep.
Hits the step, the grate.
Oh,
And we didn't really see it. We saw it and we're like, but whatever. He kept running
he
up.
just kind of tumbled a little bit, got back up.
And we were like, oh, that was cringe.
Yeah, exactly.
LOL. And then we go through security and he's like two people in front of us and we see him and his face is I would describe it as like Wolverine punched him.
Yeah.
He's got these 3 gashes and it's just dripping like a cartoon, just
Blood. I mean, like, yeah, bear attack. Like, it was
crazy.
Yeah, the 4 individual lines. Because first of all, escalators, they freak me the fuck out. We've talked about this. We've talked about this a few times.
That was my fear.
But it's not even about them eating me. It's about just how sharp and, like, if I were to fall over or bump my knee on one, it would be the most painful experience. It's like a Razor scooter times like a million. They have that.
That's what's underneath it. It's a bunch of Razor scooters.
It seems that way. It's like
Turning.
such sharp, like blunt, sharp, weird metal.
And it was so bad. We took a look at that guy, and it was like permanent damage.
Oh, he could be like
Permanent
scarred.
damage. And so that was weird. We don't know what did he make his flight? Did they
Why was he?
Did they let him on the flight with like his face half?
All
open?
of like TSA and stuff was talking about it. They're like, what the fuck? And they brought him like paper towels and stuff. I mean, he had to stand and get his photo for his ID to get into security, and they just let him go.
Which is again, fucking TSA, getting through that goddamn security, having to wait in that goddamn line. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I want to see a list of how many people they've stopped.
Yeah.
Right? That have proven to be legitimate risks.
Yeah.
Because, we go through it, and one of our friends, they gave us trouble because, like, you're not in our system. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
For no reason. It's like, bought a ticket, we have an ID, like, I don't. But guy without a luggage, sprinting
With
full
blood on his
speed,
face.
with a deep gash in his face, they were like, go on ahead,
Yep.
buddy.
Here you go.
But the rest of us, like, wait, your jacket's a little too thick.
Yeah.
Let's hold you up for 45 hours.
Yep.
Oh, American citizen, huh? Well, your friend's going to have to drive an entire state worth to pick you
You
up.
didn't know your mom's maiden name?
But is there not anyone more suspicious than that dude? And they just let him through.
That was insane. He was fucked up. He was dripping. And then he went and got on a plane? Jesus, who sat next to him? Yo, the fucking Harvey Dent.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And also, like, poor fellow, but, like, the escalators, they don't go down that quick. Come on, bro. Run up the escalator.
He went slower going up the down escalator than just waiting to go
That's
up.
the thing.
Like,
he did not save much time.
He made no distance.
He was a one person between.
Because not only not only did he go up the down escalator, but he fell. So he lost progress because it was going down. I mean, back to the beginning. If he fell on the up one, he at least sort of gained some ground.
I don't know. I don't know what
That was insane.
that was about.
Anyway.
But it does start on a pretty epic foot. And by epic foot, I mean we are just the dumbest people because we book our flight, and this is the blueprint for the start of the Disney World vacation.
Yeah.
Our group of friends, us, we're like, you know what? We're going to book a day before at night. So a red eye, like midnight. We're going to get on our plane at midnight. We're going to sleep on the plane, right?
Yep.
So that by the time we arrive, it's now morning on day one, the official start. So that, wow, we land at 7 a.m.
So much time.
We're going to we slept on the plane. So we're going to be bright-eyed, and we're going to get a whole extra day out of this instead of landing in the afternoon, getting there at 5 or something. And so we land, and we have gotten no sleep because
who sleeps on planes?
And also, it was Spirit.
Ouch.
Which, man, that sucked.
That was bad.
And no sleep. And I know I say this a lot, but truly, I was so tired I couldn't see. I can't see. I don't know what's going on.
And you're in Disney for the first time.
I was like, oh, there's crocodiles. And it was 2 ducks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so tired. And then so we're like, oh, we're here. Time to start our day. 45 minutes of napping over the span of like 4 hours. And then we go to check in. They're like, sir, you can't check in until like 3 p.m. And we go, it's 8 a.m. And so we had to wait.
Yeah.
We didn't have to wait all the way till 3. But so by the end of it, how it worked out was like we could have just gone a normal flight.
Yeah.
And slept normally. Yep. And by the time we got to the park, it would have been the same.
And we would have felt better.
We would have felt better. But we tried to do this weird min-maxing, sleep on the plane, red eye.
What the fuck were we thinking,
And we get there like, you can't check in this early. And we're like, oh. So I was like, well, what do I do? What do we do? So I ate the cafeteria and you slept.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'll just eat. And so I ate at their cafeteria. We ended up just crashing at a friend's place.
Yep.
2 precious hours of sleep. Just my mouth agape. Like I'm the monster in Smile. just passed out. You slept too, right?
Sure, yeah, I did. I knocked the fuck out.
And then we had our magical day.
Yeah. I have a buddy that works at Disney, so he got us some tickets to get in, and we hit the Magic Kingdom for the first day.
Which, thank God.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. That was the day to do it.
Yeah, that was it.
Magic Kingdom kind of sucks, and it sucks even more that when you get there, there's something waiting for you that I knew you didn't like, and I sure as shit hated.
Well, I stepped through the gates and I go, no! I literally went, no! Why? Because I just see Christmas decorations everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. I'm sweating my goddamn balls off.
Yeah.
It feels like the middle of summer.
It's also, we just got out of Halloween 3 days ago.
Christmas wreaths, nutcrackers.
Music. That was the worst part.
Jingle bells.
You expect like this magical Disney music coming in. It's fucking Jingle Bells. I wanted to die, and you leaned over to me and you said, "This is upsetting me. The vibes are off. I don't like this. I don't like." And it was his first second in Disney, and I went, "Oh fuck."
Vibes are off.
I didn't want to go like, "Oh, I fucking hate it too," and I'm like, "No, it's fine." But on the inside, I was not happy. I was really unhappy.
What really? I could ignore the decorations, but they blast that Christmas music.
Oh, it's loud. That's the worst part. The music.
It wasn't right.
No, it was wrong.
We've been seeing this everywhere. Remember, we went to eat, and there was that Bath and Body Works, and it was just all Christmassy.
All Christmas stuff.
Stop.
Can you just fucking wait?
Just wait.
Can you just fucking wait?
Just wait.
It's embarrassing.
not much to really say about Magic Kingdom. You know, it's just the default Disney. We sort of said like, where you said you kind of, it's like mandatory. You got to go to the Magic Kingdom. That's the Mickey Mouse and all that.
Yeah.
The castle.
You just got to do it. We did ride the new Tron ride.
That scared the shit out of me.
You were scared. That was scary.
I'm not a rides guy.
You don't like rides.
I'm not a rides guy.
Yeah, I know.
It's my two least favorite things. It's like, not only am I scared of the rides, I hate waiting.
Okay, yeah.
And it's those two things.
You are waiting for fear.
Yeah.
So.
Waiting to get scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a wuss when it comes to rides. I don't like. I mean, you know, I've ridden roller coasters and stuff, but this Tron ride, it was funny because you could see the outside of it.
Yeah. And
it's like, it goes, whoo, and they're like, ah, the people, you can hear them scream, and you see them, and it kind of turns, and I was like, wow, that's scary. That's scary. That's so scary. And then you go on the ride, and yeah, these bastards, they know what you're thinking at every moment.
Yeah.
So first of all, it goes 3, 2, and you're like, oh shit. And then it goes 1, boom, it just launches you, right? And I'm like, oh my fuck. And you're like, they have you, I don't know how to describe it.
You're leaning forward.
You're leaning forward, like Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah, yeah.
You're kind of lean forward. And it comes to the part, I'm like, oh, this is the part, and we're going outside. And I was like, oh my God, that's scary as fuck. And then that was like the least scary part of the ride.
Yeah, then it gets scarier.
Because then you enter the building, and
darkness.
It's just a darkness, and that was scary. But it was really fun. That was really fun. And it was definitely, I do see what they do. They always make sure there's one really good thing you can't miss, and they spread it out in each park.
Yes.
Because without that ride, it's like Magic Kingdom, I don't know if I'd ever go. Yeah. It's very like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's just
dated. I don't know.
Dated Disney to the max.
Yeah. That's weird.
Well, when we were at Magic Kingdom, you kind of talked about, and you would ask a bunch of these questions, but you would always bring up, what cast member would you be? Like, what mascot, what character would you be?
That's my favorite thing to think about.
What would you be?
Well, it's because we were hanging out with our buddy who like knows them and knows kind of the inner workings and all that. And so we were just kind of like, well, you know these people that play these. What do you think I would be? Yeah. Right? And I have so many funny stories about our friend. I realized at a certain point that I kept any question I asked, it was always like some sort of dark.
They were horrific.
What was the worst thing you've ever seen at Disney?
Yeah.
What's the darkest secret?
What's the code for like someone died?
Yeah. What do you hear on the radio if someone dies? Like I just realized. And he'd be like, yeah, man, like this or that, or no, I've never seen someone die, or like, oh, I don't know. but I would always ask him like, well, who could I be? And he looks at me and he goes, honestly, man, probably just Shang-Chi. And I go, really? And he's like, yeah. Or, well, it seemed like, well, I was like, I don't speak Chinese. And he was like, no, I don't think he needs to speak Chinese, you know? And I was like, no, but imagine I'm there, I'm Shang-Chi at Disney World. I'm going to have 100 Chinese families come up to me.
True. Yeah.
And start speaking. I'm going to have to do, sorry,
sorry.
I'm the American version of Shang-Chi. Because he should speak Chinese, I think. I don't think I could play Shang-Chi because I don't look like a 55-year-old Asian dad. Have we talked about what we think about Shang-Chi on the pod? I fucking can't stand Shang-Chi.
It's bad.
See that guy, Simu.
I don't like, dude.
They got who is the character of Shang-Chi? I imagine, honestly, maybe someone a little younger than me. Yeah. This sort of like second generation. It's like the story of it. The second generational, like living up to the family type of thing. And they picked the guy that looks like as old as the dad character.
Yeah, he looks like
Simu Liu looks 45 years old.
I don't understand it. And also, who is he? Where did he fucking come from? Suddenly he's in Marvel, suddenly he's in Barbie. Where'd he come from?
He begged. Can I e-beg? What's the next superhero?
Please.
What's the next Marvel thing that's lined up?
Fantastic Four?
Can I be... Yeah, as if anyone knows anything about Fantastic Four to say. I don't fucking
Galactus.
know. Oh, okay. It's just me.
Pac-Man.
Like Pac-Man, yeah. What about you, though?
Well, I
Who
was
would
in
you
I was in a really big dilemma.
Uh-huh.
It's the dilemma everyone would probably expect, but it's very, very particular to height. You have to be a certain height for each character. You can't just be like a fucking tiny version of Buzz Lightyear or whatever, even though he's a fucking toy and he's 7 feet tall at the park. But you have to be a certain height. So I was always like looking at people like, who the fuck could I be? And I was looking around. He's like, you're Chip and Dale height. They told me I was Chip and Dale height, but I was like, you know, I'd be like, oh, I'd want to be Jack Sparrow, or I'd want to be like a Disney villain. Is there any villain that's small? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, who could I? And then I saw Pinocchio.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, wait, I want to be fucking Pinocchio. That's cool.
You could be Pinocchio.
Too small. Pinocchio is too small. I was too tall for Pinocchio.
Wow.
So apparently
Too short, too tall.
Yeah, so I did not meet any criteria except for Chip and Dale and maybe Donald Duck.
Well, I mean,
Donald Duck, maybe?
he's always shaking
He's
his ass.
shaking his ass a lot.
Look at that. Fuck yeah. But, our friend actually told me he thinks I'm actually too short to play Shang-Chi.
Oh, really?
Because for the Marvel, they got to be like larger than life. And I was like, man, I don't know. First of all, I don't even know if that's a real character you can meet, Shang-Chi.
I don't think so.
But like hypothetically, I'm like,
Is there any Asian guy in the world taller than you?
6'1", buff as hell Chinese guy that probably should be able to speak Chinese and is not doing anything better than being a Disney cast member. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I've said this before, but if only I could be Lightning McQueen. I think I've talked about this on the yeah, I did.
You have.
Yeah, I'd be Lightning McQueen because that would be so cool. Wait, did I talk about
that? Is so
did
scary.
I talk about the kids?
What?
There's a new spin on my story. So
he's added to it.
I added to it. So I always say I'm going to play Lightning McQueen. And you guys know, right? At Disney, there's characters and people play the characters and the kids can meet the characters. Do they have a name for these mascots?
I don't fucking remember.
And I always say, well, I'll be Lightning McQueen. And people are always like, well, how? And I'm like, those scooters that you play on PE? They're like flat boards, pizza boards with wheel on them. And you sit on your butt and you're like rolling around throwing stuff at.
You have 6
one
of those.
On my belly.
Yeah, okay.
One of them on my belly.
Only one?
No, you thought I was like, no. One on my belly. And I have like an extreme skateboarder pads. And I'm crawling with like the Lightning McQueen, like a turtle shell. And I'm crawling.
Like a fucking cockroach.
And I'd have like a little mic and I'd be like, and I would and I'd be crawling like this with the scooter on my belly. That'd be real fast, right? And so
I would go to the park for this.
You would hear like, and the kids are Lightning McQueen, Dad. And you see me turn the corner, like the slow mo, like you know how they do in the movie slow mo. You see my hands. you see my hands, and it's like unrealistically fast. It's scurrying underneath.
I imagine the hollowed out like Lightning McQueen, but the face is cut out and it's you popping out, and it's just your face but red,
like a tiny hole,
like a little window.
But I said, in the movie, is it the second one where he crashes out?
Oh, the third one.
The third one, he crashes.
Where he like dies.
Yeah, I said, I don't know why I said this, but I would do that. I'd crash out. And I'd flip over, my belly wouldn't be exposed, and all the kids would come with those little stretchy hands.
What?
They'd start slapping my belly, and they'd steal my tires.
What are you talking about? This sounds like a dream. This is so specific. What the fuck are you? The sticky, they steal his tires? What? The sticky hands?
My little belly would be exposed. They'd slap my belly with sticky hands and they'd steal my tires.
This is insane.
Kane understands. He's laughing.
Sticky handing your belly.
This is what you want?
No, this is what would happen.
You'd crash on a drift in the middle of Disneyland.
The kids would swarm me, and I'd have no tires.
And then are you left like a beetle on its back? Like, can you not get
Yeah.
up? You have to wait for the tow truck car.
The people that work there have to come out. And
Well, that would break the immersion. They can't. They're gonna have to get someone just dressed up as the tow truck.
it's you.
I come in. Beep, beep, beep.
And you got your wasn't he Italian? He was like an
Oh,
Italian,
I'd be
right?
that. Oh,
He's
yeah.
like Luigi's,
Beep, beep, beep.
but I'm too heavy.
I can't lift it.
And then you also crash out because your back gives out.
And then they steal my tires.
And then the kids come and slap your belly with the sticky hands.
This is like some weird Lord of the Flies Disney shit that you've created. It's scary. The children.
Those poor kids. I saw so many babies. And they were like, they're so young, and they were in the like some of those babies were they're cooking.
Stop saying it like that.
They're cooking in their stroller. It was so hot out, and I saw like the smallest, like they look freshly born, like the smallest little babies. And they were like conked out like this, and they were just cooking out there in the humidity. I felt so sorry for them.
He's been saying babies like Mike Myers from Austin Powers.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
The babies.
every time I say baby, it's oh, and I would be walking in Disney. I'd be like, oh, look at that what a poor baby. And also, man, I describe it like going back to the weather, the humidity. It's like having to breathe through egg drop soup. Like, and I'm like, these
Ew.
poor babies. It's like you threw a baby into a big vat of egg drop soup, and you just left them in there for 8
They're
hours.
cooking
a day.
like
They're
a fucking
cooking.
Costco chicken.
Oh God.
Well, the thing I noticed as well was all the free range babies.
Oh, dude,
There's just babies off the leash out there.
we'd be walking. There'd just be a fuck.
There'll be a child that's like up to my knee, maybe not even.
And we look around, and dude, people are just
No one's around.
God.
Your baby, it's just they're off to the races. The baby's just go in.
Here, honey, take your sticky hand and go.
Go find the car.
Go find it. There, he's coming. He's coming.
Go find that weird red car. He's coming. I can imagine you coming around the
Coming
corner.
around the corner. Get ready, kids.
But control your children.
Well, yeah, I don't know. There hasn't been like a serial killer in a while or something because, man, they just like, because I don't know, growing up, it was always like, don't go off. Don't go off.
No.
You better stay right. I was so scared all the time. These babies were just running around all the place. Don't buy no lonesome with them with the sticky hands and whatnot.
I don't understand why. I'd always be running into them. They'd just be running around somewhere. Also, my God, I don't know how you make a child stop crying, but like a toddler having a tantrum, they have the lung capacity of like an 80s metal vocalist because they don't stop.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, there's that small toddler that was just
On the bus?
I'm like, little buddy, you're fucked. This is the easy part.
Yeah.
Disney,
Yeah.
Disney
Happiest place
World?
on earth.
just wait till you have to start a podcast. then you're in for one, buddy. Yeah, they are just, and the thing is, I mean people say this all the time, but I was like, if I was that baby, I'd be getting smacked. they'd be like, shut your mouth, baby. Do you know where we are? Quiet now. And they'd slap me with their sticky hands.
Sticky hand, yep.
But that's the thing. That baby was crying. And they're just, I mean, I
They're
guess
just-
after a while,
What
that's
do you
what
do, I
what do
guess?
Shut up, baby. Sticky hand.
No more baby.
Um,
But moving on from Magic Kingdom, I wanted to talk to you about the Animal Kingdom because you
Yeah.
did go there second. That was your favorite.
oh, that's my favorite Animal Kingdom.
Now, something that I learned and something that you learned, but I've been there once already. I learned that there were animals in the
Yeah,
Animal Kingdom. I didn't know.
You kind of tricked me
I did, yeah.
because I was like, what is there? Animals? And you kind of implied to me, the way you answered, it implied that there weren't animals.
I didn't know. Well, I didn't imply anything because I literally thought there weren't animals at the Animal Kingdom.
How?
I just didn't go into
Did you
that.
go?
I did, yeah. I just
What?
I didn't go to that section, I guess. There's an animal section.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, I didn't read.
You skipped and went to Pandora.
I've been.
You would totally
I went.
do
I
that.
beelined it for the Avatar.
There's an
world.
entire animal section.
I had no idea.
Well, I was like, are there I was like, Animal Kingdom? There are animals? And you're like, I don't think so.
I don't know.
yeah, I don't
saw
know.
ducks, and I'm like, oh, they weren't even part of the animal.
I thought it
Kingdom.
was gonna be like a Legoland thing where there's like Simba and he's made out of plastic and he goes Kuna Matata or something,
Yeah,
But
like
we
a
went and
robot.
there were just like lemurs and well, not only that, it got progressively more wild
Yeah.
because we went and there's like there's lemurs sitting in that tree and also flamingos. But it turns out there's like giraffes and
yeah.
lions and
Hippos.
rhinos, elephants,
babies.
babies.
I'm addicted to that.
I don't know. This baby thing's been going on for a while. When's he gonna grow up? I don't know. I've had people this baby arc. There's this. It all started because of one single person. I mind you, this whole thing started. I've had this weird. Maybe I'm just getting to that age. Maybe I want a baby. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But one person on Twitter drew me as a baby. I don't know why. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe I said a joke or something. And then it kind of like, where like I would like,
It exploded.
I like would pretend to be a baby.
Yeah,
And then it would feed back and forth. And now I think it's funny.
it's fun.
Unironically.
Yeah,
And now I have this weird like, I don't know. I have this
just a
weird
weird
baby
connection
thing.
to babies.
and somewhere along the lines, I would, I don't know why, but I would when I go to say it, there's also like it's hard to come out. Like I saw a lot of babies. I don't know what this go.
Audio listeners think you're just in a diaper right now.
No, see that's the thing. I think that's gross. No. Well, that's the thing. I didn't need one because surprisingly, usually a podcast story after trip is like, man, I needed a goddamn diaper.
Yeah,
But
you did it.
Disney World, the way it was laid out, beautiful. Because the second I was like, oh, they're about to ban me for life.
Yeah,
There's a bathroom. There's always a bathroom.
Yep.
And it was pretty clean for the most
it
part.
was. Yeah, I was very surprised about that.
And this time around, no situations really.
Good.
Except I had to go to the bathroom so often that I would come up with a quip every time I did. You notice every
You
time
did. You
I
had
would
something lined up.
I would because everyone would be waiting for me because I'm going through the entire Star Wars trilogy, and there I would have a quip and I would come out and I would say something like, almost like a. Like a Requiescat in Pace kind of like
Yes.
Ezio thing, and some of my zingers, right?
Yeah, hit me. After he came out of the bathroom, this is what he would say.
So Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars themed area. We went on the ride, and I had to, or no, it was before that. After I ate the
The Ronta wrap.
Ronta wrap,
Mhm.
the hot dog thing. More sauce on that, please. Well, I paid $27. You can't give me a little more sauce? Goddamn. But I had to use the bathroom, come out, and I go, send that one to the Death Star.
You're like the Duke Nukem of shitting.
And that one was okay. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but the real zinger was we go on. So in Animal Kingdom, there's a whole Avatar section,
Yep.
the James Cameron movie, which I had no idea. Well, I hadn't even seen that one, but I didn't real. It's a Disney thing.
I have no idea. I don't think so.
No, right?
I don't think so.
But I mean, that was a shock to me. There's entire. It's not just a ride. There's an entire section that's like Pandora, which is the world of the Avatar.
Yeah.
Not the Airbender. Wait, that would go so hard.
That would be cool.
Oh my God, the kingdoms.
Oh,
Come on. And then it's kind of like Galaxy's Edge, where you have like the Fire Kingdom. They're kind of like
that'll be
dicks.
good. We could make a theme park.
Our theme park.
Oh God. Don't say it.
Well, how would that even make sense?
I don't know.
Why
But
would
you're
that even
gonna
make-
say it?
How would that make sense
I
if
don't
I
know.
said baby? Babyland?
Baby.
What does that even mean? What does that even- Yeah, Pandora. And we rode the Avatar ride, which if you ever go to Disney World, go to Animal Kingdom and ride the Avatar ride, because that might be one of the best rides for sure.
It's a great one.
And also, if you go to Disney World, you're probably thinking like, Animal Kingdom? What am I, 5 years old? I want to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
What is this Animal Kingdom? Zoo? Psh, lame. It's epic. That's my favorite area was the Animal Kingdom. And the Avatar ride especially was super cool. But I also discovered vanilla bean frappuccinos on this trip.
Oh God.
Because I usually get like iced coffee, whatever. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I don't know why, but I was like, you know what? I'm vanilla bean frappuccino. And so I started every day we would walk out like zombies from the hotel and we go, coffee.
Yep.
Because our friend, it was kind of our guide because he's familiar with Disney. And he'd always be like, all right, guys, where to first? Coffee,
Yep.
first thing. And so every day I had 2 venti vanilla bean frappuccinos with 2 shots of espresso in it.
Jesus Christ.
You saw me.
Yeah.
And so that's why my stomach was not because I ate anything bad, but in fact, that was a good thing about Disney. Their food was such generic American slop that it didn't upset my stomach. It was like the most streamlined,
Oh, it was fine crafted for you.
the most streamlined American fast food type of food,
Yeah.
which I appreciated. But so I had my vanilla bean frappuccino. We rode the 4D ride, which was just it was really cool. It was like this moving thing, and it shook me up like a bottle of soda,
Oh God.
like a soda can, just ready to burst. And I said, "Oh, I'm nauseous. I'm a little nauseous." Went to the bathroom, and this was my favorite quip because I haven't seen it, but based on the ride's immersion, it's like Avatars is like Pandora is this ecological kind of thing. The ride itself was this about like we need to preserve the nature, and what I gleamed was that Avatar is like the same thing as Fern Gully,
Yeah.
some sort of nature, like, oh wait, maybe it's bad to just kill nature or something, right? Because they say like, oh, the ecological environment is the ecosystem of Pandora is in danger. Help us. That's like the basis of the ride that you go on.
Right.
So I use the bathroom. I walk out and I go, Pandora's ecosystem's never gonna recover from that one.
You're sick. I mean, I can't blame you though from that. I had 2 beers and like
That shook me up.
and we had like some cafeteria food, and you lay down and then it like clamps your stomach
Yeah.
and starts squeezing you like a toothpaste tube. I was holding on for dear life too.
That ride was scary. That was a scary ride, but in a good way.
It's immersive.
Not too
really,
much for
it's
me.
really good.
Yeah, the ride technology is getting crazy.
Really
Where like a lot of the rides we rode on were not even rides, but they made it feel like a ride.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Let's see, what did we ride? Avatar,
Yep.
Tron.
Yep.
That was a little. It was like Tron was fun. I definitely recommend it, but it was not much vibes, and it was really jerky. I don't really. After riding the other ones,
Yeah. Tron was not my favorite.
because Avatar, you're seeing stuff and
Yep.
it's fun, but Toronto was just like ready to get whiplash.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. No, I agree. It did not have much to look at.
And our backs hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't your back hurt?
Oh my god,
My
was
back
in pain.
hurt.
Yeah.
Because you lean forward. It's
Yeah.
But my favorite ride was definitely the Star Wars ride.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's Rise of
The Resistance.
the Resistance, and it was an incredibly immersive experience. It was like,
The line.
oh wait, Mike, stealing the textures. so okay, I guess I'll just go through it. Like Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance. It's like this newer ride. It's sort of like you're in a cart, and it kind of takes you on this story. And we're waiting in the line, and it's obviously it's like a set, right? And you're in Star Wars world, and it was like sci-fi, and I was taking pictures of everything, and and you guys were like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "Stealing textures." And
I couldn't believe that.
And my friend, our friend who works there, he looked at me like, "What?" He was so scared. He was like, "Shh."
Yeah, like you're grabbing them and scratching
I'm
them off the
stealing
wall.
textures. Well, it's just like I take pictures of stuff that give me inspiration.
Yeah.
Or even just evoke some emotional thing in me that I like. I just snap a picture of it. And I was just getting that a lot. I was going, stealing textures.
Scared him.
He was like, "No, hold on, young. You're gonna get me in trouble." But yeah, he's right now. They took him in the place where you know that video of the two mascots making the Chinese guy eat soup.
Oh yeah.
They're doing that to him right now.
Yeah.
He stole the what? But this ride, it was incredible. Like the set they built for it.
Beautiful.
They take you up, and you're like captured by the
First Order.
The First Order.
Yep.
And they take you into this ship, and you travel, and the doors open, and you walk.
You're in space.
You're in space.
It was incredible. Yeah.
And it was like a full-size hangar. It was because usually it's like a full wall and like a full ceiling, and they kind of but it was like you were literally in the space hangar. It was crazy, and the entire ride that was incredible. But what was funny was you kept going, how they do that? How they do that?
I still don't know.
And you're asking a friend, how'd they do that? And your friend was like, I can't. What do you mean? We went to space.
I needed to know how they did it.
So we walked in, and
We were on the ground.
We walked in. Yeah, we walked in the ground. We went into the ship, and they were like, "It's time. Get ready. We're being boarded. Brace yourselves." And then we got boarded, and the thing opened, and we were in like the First Order hangar,
A whole other
hangar.
area. And I didn't see like another building connected. I was trying to figure out I was trying to break the immersion because I was trying to figure out how they did it.
Well, and we didn't feel it. Didn't we? It was like seamless.
It's like we loaded into a new area.
Well, and see this. I guess this is the difference between you and me, because you were like, "How'd they do that? We were there, and like this couldn't have fit where we were.
Yeah.
Where are we? Like this is huge. This is gigantic.
Yeah.
This is like an entire new area." And me, I go, "What? I didn't even think about that." Because you're right. We were in a whole line
How'd that
area in the
happen?
park. We went into the shuttle, and we got boarded. And now we're in space. And I was just like, they were like, "Come with us." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That's the Disney magic.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
was
Disney
trying
magic.
to break it. I couldn't fathom it. And
Yeah,
then
you kept going, "How'd they do that?"
and then my buddy leaned over to me. He's like, "They fucking rotated it, you idiot."
Yeah,
They just rotated
Genius.
the room. You know?
genius. I would have never figured it out.
It's crazy, but that's the brilliance, right?
And yeah, that ride was great. There was a drop.
There's a little drop,
There was a little drop.
and I knew it was coming.
And I was adamant. I'm like, "Listen, I'll ride anything pretty much. No drops."
Yeah,
There was a tiny drop, acceptable amount of droppage.
just enough.
Acceptable amount of droppage. But I don't want to spoil it for people. Whatever. There's a part where it's like you're in like a space pod, right? And it's like this fun little, it's almost like, it's not whatever, fast kind of whatever. It gets to a part, and it's like, "All right, we're escaping." I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Okay, we're escaping." And it's like a TV screen, like hologram simulation. And it's like, "All right, go, escape." And I look, and it's like a space battle.
Yeah,
Tick, 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 tick. And I see the other side of the ship, and there's things that's going,
dropping them. Yeah,
and these pods, they're like, go, release. and they're dropping, and I go, fucking Christ. And then we drop. And what's crazy was like, and then what I was talking about, like, it's a ride that's not a ride. Like, it dropped, but it wasn't a drop. Like, we weren't in like a tower of terror.
No.
Like, we dropped
But
somehow
how do you do it?
in like a stationary.
Yeah.
Like, the technology is so advanced.
Yep. Really immersive. And the drop isn't that terrifying.
But
it's just
man,
like
it really feels. It was broken though because of laser beams.
the laser
Because
beams
I
were
got there and I
fucked.
was like, is this? Because it stops and goes back. And
The
I was
lasers,
like,
the lasers didn't have any kick to them. There's a little bit of brokenness to it.
One thing, Kylo Ren, much cooler than I feel like I thought he was.
He's cool.
Because he was walking around and he's in that ride and stuff. Kylo Ren's really cool.
He's really cool in the first movie and half of the second one, and then gone.
I never watched the last one.
Good.
Okay.
The end.
All right. Okay, here we go. Time to make this podcast 3 hours long because Star Wars, fucking Christ. Like, I swear the twist was supposed to be that Kylo Ren turns good and Rey turns evil.
Yeah.
Is it the second one where she's like talking to him through the crystal?
Yes, and they're reaching out to each other and shit.
And it's this kind of like, you're kind of like, what's going on? And then it culminates when they kill the is it the Emperor? Who is that dude? Snoke. Mm-hmm. They're in the room, and it's like this big turning point where Kylo Ren decides to kill Snoke, and they fight the Imperial Guards, the strongest fighting force
the
you've
Power
ever
Rangers.
seen for somehow, just and then they defeat them, and there's this moment, right, where it's Kylo Ren and Rey, and it's like, oh, we did it, and they look at each other and they exchange a dialogue, and it's kind of like you realize, oh my God, they're about to switcheroo, because he's kind of like, we can do it, Rey, you and me, and it's like, oh my God, he turned good.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, Kylo, yes, he turned good. And then it cuts to Rey, and she has like this glimmer of doubt, and then for a moment you go, holy shit, Rey's evil, and Kylo turns good. And I was like, you can kind of see it coming, but it's a great little like turn.
Yeah.
And then they go no.
Yeah, they do nothing with it.
They go all in on, and it just feels like
What the fuck was the point?
I feel like they changed it last minute. It feels like just so set up for Kylo to turn good at the end and Rey to turn evil.
Yeah.
I just really felt like that's where it was going. And then, is that the same one where they go to the casino planet?
Oh, God.
Is that the next one?
I think that's the third one, and that's bad.
Okay.
They all blur together, and they're all bad.
I think they're really... I didn't see the one where Palpatine comes back.
That's just the worst fucking thing ever.
But, okay, who's the black stormtrooper who is, like, rebels?
Finn.
Is that Finn or Poe? I always get it
That's
mixed up.
Finn.
Finn, cool fucking character.
Yeah.
The premise of it, a stormtrooper who turns good.
Great, yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Yes.
And they're like, 2 hours, and then release the camels. What the fuck is that? It's so fucking dumb.
Release the camels.
They released the camels.
remember.
We gotta free the camels. And then they kiss. What the fuck was that kiss?
I don't know. It was
Oh my
something
fucking God.
And they just smashed in a love interest for. We can't go down this road. I'm about to go crazy because I will talk about this for it drives me fucking crazy. What they did with the easiest possible piece of fiction you could ever have in your entire fucking life.
That's what we were saying. We feel like Star Wars was, because we're there in Galaxy's Edge is cool, but it's kind of like Star Wars seems like a home run for anything. It's just guys with light swords,
Good and bad.
stormtroopers, space magic. And then my problem with the second movie, this is getting really into like the actual movies, but he goes through the same arc he goes through in the first movie. This is the same problem I have with the Spider-Verse. He kills his father, Harrison Ford.
Yes.
And it's this, I'm committing to being evil. Adam Driver's voice, perfect for Kylo
It's cool.
Ren. It's this, I love Kylo Ren. He kills him, and he's like, ugh, kill you. And he's like, embraces the evil. Second movie, they spend so much time on him killing his mother now.
Yeah.
And he hesitates. And then he does it. And I'm like, he did this already. Why are you having him go through the same character arc he already went through?
Yeah, he never knows if he's truly evil, and then when you eventually think he's truly evil, he becomes good.
But he's not. And he's like, focus all our firepower on that location.
Well, in the third one, he becomes good, and then he dies.
So
It's terrible.
is that what happens?
Yeah.
Of course it was gonna
He becomes good for about 14 seconds, and then he dies.
be. So who is Rey?
She's a Palpatine. Yeah, I didn't get it off Tumblr.
I thought he was Skywalker. She was a Skywalker.
No.
Okay, it was either that or she's supposed to be a nobody, and it's like
Right.
and it's like a red herring that she's a Skywalker. You kind of think she's a Skywalker,
yeah.
but really it's about this like you're in charge of your own destiny, and it's like you thought she's a Skywalker, but really she's just
But she's actually the daughter or whatever, great daughter of whatever fucking. She should be evil, right? No, but you can control your fate. No. Just fucking kill me.
they're making more.
Great.
Did you see it?
No,
They're making a new trilogy, and it's a direct sequel to what has happened.
I can't wait.
Why don't they go back?
That's what.
Why don't they go backwards?
The Old Republic is so fucking cool. It's before the Rule of Two. There's so much more Sith, so much more Jedi. There's hundreds of the fucking.
You and me.
We could be the Rule of Two, but you know what happens in the Rule of Two, right?
Cute.
You can kill me. You'll kill me.
Oh no, you're the apprentice.
Then I kill you. Unless I suck. The apprentice finally gets his moment and he dies.
Chow mein.
Unlimited. Oh.
Force lightning's so cool.
It is cool. All of it's. Oh god! In the third movie, Palpatine shoots a big dubstep blast out of his hands.
What?
He gets this super Sith lightning. He shoots into the sky and disables an entire fleet of ships. And it goes wow 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 wow. Wow, 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 and like there's a big like dubstep drop bass blast. He shoots it. I remember crying, laughing in the theater when it happened.
So why does he why is he alive?
You heard Poe in the third movie, right?
What did he say?
Somehow Palpatine is returned.
What?
Somehow Palpatine.
I mean, I've heard that meme, but like
That's what he says.
So they don't explain it?
Not really. He like used the Force, and he like lived.
I like Poe as well.
I like Poe too. Too bad.
That's the thing.
They
The
did
core
nothing with him.
characters, which I feel is actually
Strong.
should have been really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
I like Finn, Poe, Rey, Kylo.
Yep.
I hated Harrison Ford.
Oh, he was.
I hate the rehashing of this.
Just get him out of there. Kill him earlier. Fucking Christ.
Isn't he Red Hulk now? Is he the president?
Yeah. He's Donald Trump now.
When does that come?
I don't know. Next year? Oh no, maybe a little bit. Maybe this year.
Isn't it? I thought it was winter.
It might be winter.
Can't wait to not see it.
Yeah, me too.
Are we gonna see it?
Yeah, probably.
Well, Disney. We went, and I was talking about Disney Plus because we were talking. They want you to watch Disney Plus so bad. When you're there at Disney World, they want you to so bad, and I'm like, it's so bad.
It's dog shit.
And when I got Disney Plus, I watched Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Zemo.
Yep.
Got 6 episodes in, and I was like, that's so bad. I canceled my Disney Plus subscription and never watched anything else.
That's fair.
We didn't watch Venom 3.
God, no.
But I watched the end fight. Can I surprise you with what happens at the end of Venom 3?
Spoilers for Venom 3. Go ahead.
Spoilers for Venom 3. There's a bunch of Venoms and they fight.
I was going to say, is it 6 goopy guys running into each other?
There's a lot of goopy Venoms and they fight each other.
Every fucking movie is just a goopy guy versus a gooping all over each other, and then the movie ends.
There's like one slightly bigger goopy guy and there's a bunch of other ones. And
one's green.
There's a green one.
Ooh.
And they all goop and they fight.
And then, great.
And then like
the end.
Tom Hardy eats a fortune cookie or something. I don't know.
Fucking what?
I don't know. That's just like
that's gotta make sense to me in 6 months.
I mean, I just encapsulate every Venom movie. Like they could have gone on and made like 17 of these, and it's just like starts out, Eddie's, oh man, I don't know. And there's another me. And they fight the goopy thing, and it ends, and he's like, oh, man, that was crazy. He eats a fortune cookie. I don't know. And then he reads it. Oh, life is better. And then the Venom goes, with the 2 of us or something. That's like the end of every Venom movie. You know? Like, I don't know.
That's what everyone wants Venom to be, and it's close.
Oh, they're gay.
I think so. That's what they want. That's like what I always see it on Twitter is what everyone wants like Eddie and Venom to be gay.
That's gross. He's a fish.
He's an alien.
Venom fish. Star Wars ride is good. Talking about like what would we want to be.
That's where this started.
The Stormtrooper is fun because I saw them walking around with Kylo, and you get to just kind of be like a dick.
See, I'd love to do that. I like the Imperial Agent. You know, the little gray hats and see, that's fun.
What's that guy's name?
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, I love that one. We saw Kylo. We were waiting for our reservation to the worst thing I've ever been to, the bar, the Cantina Bar.
That was dog shit, yeah.
Kylo was coming. They're Kylo. And it was like this whole shuffling about. Oh, he's setting up against one of these like little things where they're supposed to take pictures. Sets up stormtroopers, Kylo Ren. This big fuss. Everyone lines up. He sits there. He takes one picture and he goes, out of my way. He left. He left and he goes, no, move it. And he went away. And I was like, that's epic.
That is awesome.
He made all those people line up. They followed him all the way over there. He took one picture with family and he was like,
no more. That's epic. That is epic. He's cool.
Well, everyone memed on his lightsaber, but I think it's so cool.
Oh, the hilt.
They thought it was so dumb.
I like the cross. That cross.
It's cool.
It is cool. I like it. And it's like raw energy, and it's all.
There's a shitty cantina that you should not go to because they'll make you stand next to a baby.
They made us stand at a fucking bar and drink cocktails with no chairs, and then people shared your table, and there were children next to me.
It's the cantina, Star Wars cantina. Which, okay, that's a funny story because I was like, we walk into Galaxy's Edge, and it's like, wow, right? And it's so immersive. And I was like, oh my God, am I going to hear that song? And our friend goes, what song? And I go, you know, the classic like Star Wars
Cantina song.
And he goes, no, that's not canon. I go, huh?
Well, it's in a different era.
So apparently, and now I don't even know if this is correct or not, but apparently the Star Wars land in Disney World, like that area, Galaxy's Edge, it takes place, like it's canonical.
Yep.
It's not just a bunch of random Star Wars stuff. It's like it's a certain area and it takes place in a certain time.
Yep.
And that's why, like, I asked, oh, will we see Darth Vader walk around? He's like, no, Darth Vader can't just walk around because this is like not canonical to when Darth Vader would be around.
Yeah, he's dead.
This takes place in a separate time. You can go meet him in like a separate thing, but that's not where he fits in. And I asked, well, I hear the song. He's like, no, that song, that's a different era, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like this takes place in this certain era where Kylo Ren exists, and it's this made-up planet, and it has its own lore, and all the workers, they are all like the three. I go, it's hot as hell. And he goes, oh, 3 suns. Shut the fuck. Give me more sauce on my Pokla, what's that hot dog called? Pokla wrap.
The Ronta wrap?
Ronta wrap. But then we wait and go into the Cantina Bar, and it goes dun 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 dun. And I look at my friend, and he goes, no, I don't know. But we get to this bar and they sell like, yeah, it's like a Star Wars bar. The vibes are cool, but we had to stand.
That was awful.
At like a skinny hot dog sized table. And then you had to share your standing table with other parties. And the other party that was there, it was a baby. It was a literal baby drinking like a cranberry Sprite. And we're drinking.
I'm trying to get drunk.
I'm drinking the fuzzy tauntaun, which, man, that fucked me up. I was barely making it home, but that sucked.
Yeah, that was rough.
And then the robot DJ right behind us, every 15 or so minutes would go, bah!
Dude, that robot, it scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, malfunction. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What's going on?
We were right next to it too.
It definitely, Star Wars was underutilized because I don't know how that could not be my favorite part of Disney World. It's just so cool. So like, yeah, I don't know. It seems underutilized, definitely, the Star Wars brand. And the last place we went to, Epcot.
Yes.
Which I thought was the European it was like the European something or another.
Okay.
But I learned that it stands for experimental prototype
Okay.
community of tomorrow. And you explained it to me, so do you want to tell them what Epcot is?
Well, it was like designed to be like a little town, like a city, like a city of tomorrow kind of thing, like
But real.
but real. Yeah, at least to what I understood when I was told. So that's what I thought, and first of all, it does not give off that vibe whatsoever.
Yeah, I was imagining like a Jetsons
Yeah, nothing
retro
like that.
sci-fi thing.
It's like there's a big ball, and then you go around the world and you eat and drink,
that was awesome.
which was dope. And we both got in a little bit of trouble, not like direct trouble, but like our friend was like, "Don't do that."
Oh, because it's around the world, and it's very like caricatures of the worlds, right? Because you go to Norway, and it's got like these Viking huts,
Yeah.
and then you eat Norwegian food, and then you go to Germany, and it's like these, German-looking like bakeries and stuff, and then you go to Japan, it's a fake pagoda, and not that I'm bragging, but just out of habit, and it's like very condensed because it's around the world. You walk around. I would walk in and I don't know what's coming, and I'd be eating something from the past. I'd go up and I go, "Mein Gott, Germany now," and then I'd go and it's like British all the time. I go, "Hello," and our friend was like, "You can't do that."
You can't do that. I would do so many impressions.
Oh yeah, France.
Oh,
what do we have here?
And he's like, "Dude, Connor, you gotta stop. There's actually French people here. You can't do this."
What's funny was he said that he was like, "There's British people here," and I don't know why, but he said that and I go, "What?" I said that. I turned around and I go, "What?"
I did. There was like, because there were like a bunch of people traveling from around the world that go to Epcot and try these things.
Huh?
I'm doing my worst French accent and British accent and Australian
And I did what you told me not to do, but I immediately did it. Don't eat so much at the beginning.
oh my god!
Don't eat so much.
You got all this fucking shrimp, and I see you get shrimp, and I'm like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
47 shrimp, please.
You got the shrimp and immediately went to the next stand and got noodles. You like, it was a stand 2 meters away from the shrimp stand.
So
Didn't even get to see the rest of the world. Just ate. I looked at. I told my brother, I was like, "What the fuck is he doing? Why is he doing that? He's gonna miss the rest of the world." And lo and behold,
I did. I was so full.
you were full by like America. By the time we
Yeah.
got to America, you were already fucking stuffed. I'm double stuffed, is what he said.
I'm double. I had that Norwegian chocolate coffee though. That was good.
Yeah,
With the coconut thing.
yeah. Wow, Norway had some good stuff. I had that bakery. I had the
I like that area.
school bread. It's like some coconut sugar bread with cream in it. It was so fucking good.
What did I try? The bao bun.
Ah,
I tried that. I had the bao bun, the chow mein, and shrimp. Like
very different for you.
I just gravitated immediately to stuff that I eat all the time. It was like Chinese food and,
Very
and seafood.
adventurous.
I had so much of that shrimp. And you guys don't know, you went on Guardians without me. I went back and I had more shrimp.
Oh my god,
I didn't try any of the others. I went back to the shrimp. And also I ate them whole.
unbelievable. Oh, ugh.
It was so good. What did I want to try? I wanted to try some of the, what was it? Like, what was that meat thing at the very end that they were all eating?
The fillet.
Is that what that? Yeah, I was just
Steak?
so full. The
Yeah.
British stuff. I was just so stuffed. I went back and we saw the mime.
Oh, you saw
The
mine.
mine was cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I didn't eat so much, but Epcot was probably my second favorite.
It's fun.
It's-
It's very vibey.
Yeah, I just like walking around and I ordered coffee. That's another thing that's weird. It's only Starbucks in Disney World.
Yeah.
It's only Starbucks. It's
Yeah.
weird. Everything else is like Disney branded. It's like
Yep.
Donald's Steakhouse.
Yep.
It's Goofy's Dessert Hut.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mickey's Breakfast. But like coffee, it's Starbucks.
Starbucks.
And it's weird. I don't know why they do
Got
that.
some kind of deal. I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, coffee.
What time is it?
What was I gonna say? I've totally forgotten my point. Coffee. I drink a lot of freaking coffee. What was I gonna say? Nah. I'm forgetting. I'm turning into a baby. So my final rankings is definitely Animal Kingdom 1.
Good choice.
Oh, tiger. Did I talk about the tiger?
You did not.
My favorite moment of the entire trip was seeing the tiger. And our friend said, he goes there all the time.
He never saw the tiger.
He said he's never seen the tiger. Saw the tiger. And the thing is, I've never been much of an animal person. I'm not like, I can't wait to see the animals.
Yeah, I never took
But when I
for
saw
one.
the animals, I was like struck. It's different, guys. Seeing them, it's so fucking I mean, I've been to a zoo. I don't know. It's been a while, I guess, since I was a kid going to a zoo. But seeing that tiger, that was the highlight. And then it roared.
That shit was loud as fuck.
Well, it wasn't even a roar. He just did like
murmur.
a Pickles murmur.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the tiger, it was so fucking loud.
It was like in my stomach.
I don't know how to describe it. It was like they put a speaker right up against. It was like way out there.
Yeah.
Like we saw it. It was way out there in the grass. And when it went, it was like.
It felt behind me.
Yeah, it was like right next to my ear. It was the loudest thing ever. It was so weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, is that the tiger? Is it some behind? It was so weird.
So it's really scary. But that was the coolest thing,
That thing
tiger.
would fucking kill me.
We went on the safari and I mean, they surely must be well fed. But I was like, man, that lion is like right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, did they like shoot this thing with tranks? If it,
dude, I don't
like,
know.
What do we
It's
do?
right there.
What happens?
Oh, the hippo shitting.
Oh. The hippo's always. Well, I would always text you. I'd always.
So we go on the safari, and then we're turning, and then the lady's always like, and on our right we have the black-footed gazelle, right? And then we come to the hippos, and on our left, and we turn. As soon as we turn, it's a hippo, and it's
blasting
shitting everywhere. But it's because it's riding just on the surface. It was like hydro pump behind the hippo
against the wall.
It was like a boat propeller. And it was just flying.
Yeah.
And also, man, that smell.
That
was awful. And it was this hippo shitting. And it was kind of funny. And it was kind of, well, you made the joke, right? Where the hippo was like,
he thought he had more time before we turned the corner.
He thought he had more time. Wait, they're here? And then I said, no, actually, he timed it. Wait.
Here we go.
Just I see them. Go, go, go. And we took pictures of the hippo, right? And that was pretty early in the trip. We went to Animal Kingdom. So then I would go missing sometimes, right?
Yeah. You would disappear, as you do.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't know where I am.
I never do. I have a hunch, but I always ask. And I am like, okay, where's fucking Landon? Where could he be? And I would text him, where are you? I'm out here. Where are you? And
my single reply would be a picture of that hippo.
It's the picture of the hippo shitting, mid-shit, that he took.
And you know exactly where I
am. And I didn't need to ask any more questions.
Mm-hmm. So Animal Kingdom 1. Is there anything else that happened on that trip? Or in Animal Kingdom?
Probably.
Oh, the one town's called Harambe.
That was funny.
Which was, because I think it's funny because Harambe is probably an actual place.
It's an actual name and place.
And Animal Kingdom's old.
Yep.
And that fictional area in Animal Kingdom was named Harambe for a very long time, before the gorilla.
Yeah.
But you know that when that gorilla died.
Oh, yeah.
There was a meeting that they met, and they probably talked about it. Maybe multiple meetings.
There had to have been. Absolutely.
Like, we need to change the name.
Yeah, what do we do?
This is bad PR. We can't be associated with this gorilla being slaughtered. But there was one, like Saul Goodman-esque Disney executive, where he's a little more disheveled and greasy than the other ones. Actually, guys, this might be a windfall.
Yep.
And then here's us.
Harambe. It worked for me because I went, Harambe?
And I go, huh? Harambe. And then I said what I just said about my hypothetical.
Yeah.
Where they were like, they probably had a meeting about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Animal Kingdom 1. 2, Epcot.
Okay.
Which is weird because I didn't ride any rides at Epcot. I ate 3 things in the first 15 minutes of getting there.
That sounds like... But here... Okay, keep going.
3? Magic Kingdom. 4, Hollywood Studios.
That I would have made that list for you. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Hollywood Studios, even though it has it's such a shame. It has Star Wars, but man,
The rest of it is also kind of shit.
yeah, I did not.
I like the rides there, so mine's higher. But see, the thing,
Old Tower of Terror,
I love the Tower of
Rock and
Terror.
Roller Coaster.
So good. I noticed for you, you said, well, I didn't ride any rides and I ate 3 things, but I noticed your favorite kind of thing to do isn't vacation. And it's not traveling either. Your favorite thing to do is eat 3 things and walk around.
I love eating the 3
And it
things
doesn't
walking
matter where the
around.
fuck you are.
I love eating my 3 little things and walking around.
And if you ask me, I think the closer to home, the better in some cases. I think for you with vacation, it's like, I cannot think of when you're happier than when it's like
We go to those.
8 p.m. and I'm in your living room watching TV.
Yeah. Honestly.
That's your favorite thing to do.
Well, that's why I said, I was like, it's a vacation. And like, I mean, our friend showed us a great time.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was a good trip.
So I had a great time. And I'm glad that he helped us. And,
Yeah.
you know, you guys invited me and all this stuff. So I don't want to say like, oh, this was such a bad vacation. But like,
No.
honestly, like a true vacation for me, I've not taken forever.
Yeah.
Because a true vacation would be, I joked, it'd be like, you'd have to strap me and lock me in like my own bedroom.
Put you in a box, unplug the internet.
It would just, and I can't remember I was going to say I can't remember the last time I had a vacation like that. But it's because I get it in microdoses where, yeah, you're over and we just watch something.
Yeah.
And then I just eat my little thing.
Because also it gets exhausting if it's too long and then it stops becoming a vacation.
I will say that last day was
brutal. It's brutal.
It was.
And then it doesn't really feel like a vacation anymore. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the thing. I
tired.
came back and I was like, "How's the vacation?" I was like, "Again, I don't want to like put it down or anything. It was a fun vacation. It was definitely worthwhile or whatever. But I was kind of like, yeah, just very stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great vacation. Just very stressful,
Hot and
hot,
exhausting.
sticky, and exhausting. And I spent $1 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, great.
Yeah.
But you're right. My favorite thing to do, the most therapeutic thing is like we go to the mall.
Yep.
I buy a Starbucks. We eat at the food court.
Yeah.
We walk around and we look at every store and don't buy anything.
Yep.
And that's like my perfect day.
And that's what I've learned. And I've come to understand that it's like, oh, it's like, we'll go walk around and eat a thing. Drink a coffee.
Oh, drink.
He already loves
wonderful. And I understand my parents more and more as I get older. Because when I was a kid, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
We just ate a thing and walking around. Can I go home?
Yeah.
And I get older, I'm like, man, eating a thing and walking around.
It is great.
If only life could be so simple.
It's wonderful. That eating thing and walking around is some of the best things you can do. So I get why you liked Epcot, because it's like, you don't need to ride a fucking ride. You eat a thing and you walk around.
Eat a thing and walk around.
Yeah. But I knew you would like Disney World because it's like, whenever someone asks me, it's like, would Landon like Disney World and stuff? I'm like, oh, he's a vibes guy. He likes vibes.
Guy.
He likes walking around, not doing a whole lot, but you take in vibes more than anybody else. Because you were fucking like, I saw a tiger. I was like, it's a fucking tiger, whatever. But you're like, it's a fucking tiger. Like, you hear that? Tiger.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, and hearing you talk about the tiger, I was like, wow, he really liked that tiger. Because I was sitting here, I'm like, that was just a fucking tiger.
That was epic.
See,
it was so fat. Well, it would maybe because of my cat Pickles. Because I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, it's just like Pickles.
Yeah,
it is like just like Pickles, but way bigger.
Yeah,
it was so weird.
It was a big bitch.
It was huge.
Yeah,
I really can't adequately describe how loud that tiger
was. Insane. It was like mind-boggling.
It's like seeing an alien creature. Like, I obviously know what a tiger was.
Yeah,
but it was kind of like the other animals didn't have that effect on me. Because I saw a giraffe and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I've seen that. Eating the peanuts and whatever. Hippo, yeah, hippo. I've seen hippos on there. Like that was the first time I've ever seen a hippo.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh yeah, it's just like but when I saw the tiger, I was like, what is this?
Yeah. The tiger really stumped you.
What is this? And he goes, and it was like,
it was
like
like God
psychic,
speaking
yeah,
to you.
psychic attack. And I was going, it's so loud.
If it roared, I would be so scared.
Oh yeah, I can't
Imagine
imagine
how loud that would be.
because it was just like what?
He was even showing any kind of straining or energy, and it was like shaking.
Just like a boat foghorn.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was weird. Okay, us this because we always go on these little trips. Was it better? Was it better than New York?
Better than New York.
Think recency bias.
In
New York was interesting, but also
less babies.
in New York.
Per square foot around me.
Oh, okay.
In a radius around me.
Babies.
Less babies, which is good.
The baby. Okay.
Can't stand fucking babies, dude. Better than New York. Weird question.
Because we're gonna start racking up trips, I imagine, at some point. We've talked about LA.
Okay, so we have our 4 great vacations. It's like the LA trip, Japan, New York, and now Florida.
Yep.
Right? Okay. New York? It's very weird.
It was a weird trip, I'll be honest.
Like Disney World versus New York, they're swapped in that like the actual experience of Disney World was, I mean, you can't even compare. It's like the amusement park, the rides.
Yeah.
But how I felt in New York, which was just a shitty, dirty city,
yes,
was how I feel like I should have felt at Disney World. But in Disney World, I felt dirty and shitty and tired, which I feel like it should be New York City.
I couldn't agree more.
So it's weird. Like, I don't know.
I was 10 times more exhausted in Disney than I was in New York. I'll say that.
True. And it was not nearly as humid.
No.
It was pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
But New York, I was more at peace. And I'll say this. It felt more like a vacation.
New York?
New York did.
Oh, interesting.
Riding the boat.
So you just need tranquility.
Yeah, I guess
not
I need
chaos in Disney World.
I got enough of that.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
And so, yeah. But not to, it was good. Good. LA, always going to be at the bottom.
Yeah, I've never got. Yeah.
Japan, the thing is, that doesn't even count because, like, bottom Japan for me because I got incredibly sick, like 15% into the trip.
Yeah.
And then I had to, oh man, you're reminding me of being sick on the plane, coming back, and then being sick and having to change to the LAX airport.
I had to do that too.
Come out and then recheck in.
It was misery.
Wow, that was god awful.
I was running like 102-degree fever or some shit when I did that 14-hour fucking flight,
having
sick as a dog.
Deboard and change terminals and check in.
I was sweating bullets.
God, honestly, yeah.
Terrible.
I know everyone's got this like all these like content creators stuff always going to Japan and it's supposed to be this magical thing and I can't. I had such a bad experience.
We'll have to take you again.
But Disney World,
it's Disney.
What
it's its own thing.
What the thing is, I had a great time, such a good time that I don't need to go again.
No, that's it.
I feel like I got.
That's it.
I missed a few rides.
No, you don't need to go again.
I got my fill. I went through all the parks.
The next time people go again, I mean, I went twice, I guess, but I was vicariously living through you is why I went, and I wanted you to see it. Because if I didn't take you, you would never have gone in your entire life.
Oh, hell no.
So the next time a normal person would go again is if they have kids. And you bring your kid, and they become the babies.
Wait, what did you say? They take the kid? Whose kid? What?
Your own kid.
Oh, me?
Anybody.
Oh.
If you go again for a second time, if you're a normal person and go again for a second time, it's when you bring your kid. And now,
I see.
And now
I
you're
see.
the person with the babies. And you complete the cycle.
Here's your sticky hand. He's coming.
Yep, and then, dude, this is like some fucking like.
Get ready.
Paradoxical.
Go. Get him.
At one point, you're the kid with the sticky hand, and then eventually you're the one telling the kids to go.
No. In the middle, I'm the car.
Oh, that's right.
I'm the kid, then I'm the car,
right.
then I'm the adult.
Full cycle. Beautiful.
One more story. I almost forgot this. So my favorite meal was at the place in Disney Springs, the Boathouse. And
I think I know what this is.
We both had for the first time. Well, that was my favorite meal.
Oh, me too. Very good.
It was my favorite meal, and it was a sit-down restaurant. And when it comes to sit-down restaurants, I would say that if you go to Disney World, probably Disneyland too, just skip the reservations, skip the restaurants. They're not worth it. It takes up too much of your time. It's more expensive, and it's just not that
Not good food.
You're better off going on the side where you order the little thing and they give it to you, and you just walk and eat it, get it down, move on.
Yep.
But that being said, the Boathouse in Disney Springs was my favorite. We both tried oyster for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think of an oyster? A raw oyster with a shell with the little sauces and stuff?
I was not particularly fond of it. I liked it better than I thought I would, but I wouldn't say why do people get that?
I also thought I would be disgusted.
Yeah.
But we did 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
And it was like,
yeah, it was fine.
but you chewed yours?
I didn't want to just swallow it whole.
I swallowed it.
I chewed it.
How was that?
It was weird. I didn't think I needed to chew it, but there was like some give. I don't know.
We do the same thing different times where like we order the thing you're not supposed to order at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this guy, you've come far, I will say. You've come far in your palate.
Yeah.
But we went to the Boathouse, which was this fantastical seafood. I got the shrimp and andouille sausage, mac and cheese.
Lobster tail from another
lobster
friend.
tail, oysters. I was like, I'll get the baked chicken.
Yep. I got like the peasant meal.
And it was literally like half of a chicken.
Yep.
That aside.
It's true. I do that though. All the time.
It's just like, okay, we're going to get like...
It's a nice place. It's seafood
Anime
oriented.
Expo, we go and our entire group, which was comprised of like the same group that we went to Disney World, we see this place, a hot dog place, and we're all like, man, that sounds so good.
I get corn.
What did you get?
I got corn.
You got corn.
Yeah.
And we're all eating the hot dog, and we look, and then Connor's eating corn, and then you go, I don't like it. And then you throw it away, and we're like, you don't like what? And we turn, and we're like, he's like, I don't like it. I'm like, you don't like your hot dog? He's like, no, I got corn. And we look, and I'm like,
Why'd you get fucking
Why'd
corn?
you get corn? Get the hot dog. No wonder you don't like it. So we went to this place. He gets like a chicken at the seafood place. We tried oysters, which was surprisingly good, but yeah, I don't really know why people would eat it. But I look at the menu and I go, that looks good. What is this? Shrimp and andouille, mac and cheese. It's andouille. And I was like, what is that? Asked our friend, Tanner, how do you say this? Because it's like a southern thing. He's like, oh, that's andouille. Andouille. It's like this sausage kind of thing. It's kind of like sausage, but a little different. Andouille. I go, because I want to order it and I want to say it. How do you say it? Andouille. Andouille? Okay. Waitress comes and I go, can I get the shrimp and andouille mac and cheese? And she goes, oh, shrimp and she just says a completely different thing. Like correcting me. Oh, you mean the shrimp in this? And I go, yeah.
Yeah. I hate when that happens. I get embarrassed.
I'm like, what? And the thing is, she said it how I would have said it if I didn't ask Tanner how to pronounce it. He goes,
I've never heard. I don't even know what andouille fucking is.
Apparently, it's like a sausage, but not like a uniform ground up sausage. It's a little lumpier and not as I think. But my point of the story is, we drank a bunch there.
Okay,
it was the most drunk I got.
Yeah.
During this, they had this little thing and it had a little rubber ducky.
Yep.
We had this blue drink and we drink it. And I'm
You're gone.
I held back the rest of the trip because that first night
you could barely move.
I was so. It was like the end of a Call of Duty game where it's like this immersive. You got to walk through and you're getting flashbangs.
You're doing quick time events.
Yeah. We go to the bathroom, and I'm just so blasted, and Connor knows that I've reached a certain level of my drunkenness when I start showing off my body.
He checks. You check how red you are.
Because I get blotchy because the redness.
He gets really red. Like, not to understate it, but his face gets red. But also when you get really drunk, the rest of your body gets red.
But it comes in like it's not
like
uniform,
a cow pattern.
Like a cow pattern.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's time to check. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm looking at myself. And I lift my shirt up and I'm looking at my belly. And I'm like, Connor, look. And I'm all red. And then this old white gentleman walks in.
Yeah.
And what does he say?
The old southern white gentleman walks in. He goes, "You're burnt as hell, brother."
You're burnt as hell, brother. He thought I was sunburned.
He thought he was sunburned.
He walks in. Whoa, you're burnt as hell, brother. Me and Connor are crying, laughing, walking back to the table.
Because
You're
it's
burnt
Florida.
as-
Of course you're burnt.
Yeah.
It's not some crazy, like, genetic mutation.
You're burnt as hell, brother. I survived. I had a little burnt here on my nose.
I think I'm
and-
burnt. Either that or I have allergies.
No, we were because we were raw dogging that UV rays, brother.
Yeah.
No sunscreen.
Nah, fuck it. Whatever.
Well, I was not going to wear sunscreen when it was that humid.
Yeah.
It was like trying to breathe through egg drop soup. I'm not gonna put sunscreen on top of that. I hate the.
You don't like the...
Which brings me, oh my God, Connor, you and Reese. So it's the Animal Kingdom day. I think it's the second day,
Uh-huh.
right? Animal Kingdom. I think I personally got a little bit of heat exhaustion. You guys are a little used to this humidity and whatever, but full day, probably like 11 a.m. to we went to Disney Springs, all that. Like, God, what, 10 p.m. Get back to our rooms. They're connected, and we're just kind of packing it in. And at the end of the day, we just kind of chat and, you know, like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do tomorrow, right? kind of getting ready for bed. I'm brushing my teeth. I take a shower, come out, and I go, all right, just chatting with you guys, and then you guys are kind of like wrapping up, you know, like, all right, see you tomorrow. And I'm like, kind of confused. I'm like, yeah, okay, so, you know, and then like you guys are like in bed, and Reese gets in the bed and he starts to like take off his pants and pull the covers up, and I go, what the fuck are you doing? I go, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then you two are sharing the bed, and you go, what? I'm like, there's no way you're not about to take a shower before you go to bed. We just had a full day at at Animal Kingdom. We had a full goddamn day at Animal Kingdom. You're not going to take a shower before you go to bed? And you think it's just completely normal. You say, well, no, I'm going to take a shower tomorrow morning.
I took a shower in the morning, right?
That day.
Morning shower, night shower. I don't need to take two. I know I walked around, but listen, the perspiration on me, I'm not like disgusting. I'm not like, I wasn't drenched. I wasn't sickening. If I was sickening and I stunk and it was fucked up, also, and then it's like, okay, you worry about the sheets, right? Oh, the sheets are going to be dirty. You don't want to sleep in the room service. If it were like a day where I went back home, sure.
Do you not feel like you have the Venom symbiote on you?
No.
We spent a full fucking... Listen, I know you're more used to the humidity, but we spent a whole goddamn day out there in the Animal Kingdom, and then at night we went to Disney Springs.
Maybe it's like some fucking ADHD, like, barrier where it's like, I don't even think about it. Like, it's like, because if you're like filthy, like maybe
was
you...
so exhausted, so sticky.
Yeah.
I was so fucking sticky.
He wanted to touch me. He's like, dude, I need to touch you. And he started touching me to see if I was like gross.
I could not just like get home, kick the shoes off, take off the pants, hit the hay. I was like, take a shower. I was like, take a shower right now.
Dude, I passed the fuck out. Also, one bathroom, 3 people. I just wasn't dealing with that. I'm going to bed.
How could you? That's what I said. I said, how could you?
Yeah, I betrayed. It's like he was betrayed. It's, you know, I won't lie. It's, yeah, okay. It's like, it's weird.
For me, it's not the cleanliness. It's not the cleanliness that gets me. How could you fall asleep with basically what feels like being wrapped in like a saran
I didn't
wrap
feel
layer?
anything.
How?
I just
you spent
felt,
a full day. You must
I
have
literally felt
You must have
fine.
walked 35,000 steps in the Animal Kingdom, getting shit on by Mudang's grandfather. How could you not want to take a shower?
I didn't feel like I took one in the morning. I moisturized and I just fucking went off on my day.
How
And
could you do
I got
that?
home. I went to bed. And guess what? I woke up and then I took a shower. I do get it.
I was flabbergasted.
You seemed sickened.
I was
He was like
disgusted.
He was like sickened with me. I was like, I'm embarrassed now.
Well,
I was embarrassed then,
but-
and I'm embarrassed now. Well, it's like I don't know. I just didn't fucking feel like I took
That-
one in the
well,
morning. I
that's
took
the
my
thing.
shower.
That's the thing. It wasn't even like, oh, I'm just so exhausted. I can't.
Yeah, I didn't need to take a
No, you were just like, what was shocking about it was like the nonchalantness about like it's just every day. Like, of course you're just gonna like what? Yeah, just
take one in the morning.
do a day at Animal Kingdom and just pass out because it was just a common occurrence, and that's what shocked me. It was so
I wouldn't say it's
nerve-wracking that I went to the other room, and I told the people in there, "Do you know what they're about to do in there?" And they go, "What?" They're not gonna take a shower before bed, and you heard I felt like
the town ghoul. I didn't know what to do after that. I was mortified.
Listen, I don't want to.
I didn't know what to fucking do.
It's not that I want to shame you for.
But you did. You shamed me.
Hold on. Let me finish. It's not that I want to shame you for every little thing that you do differently from me.
Oh well.
But this one, unacceptable.
You'll shame me for it. I stand my ground. I didn't feel like I
Listen,
took my
on a normal day it would be weird. Like, but acceptable. Like, okay, you know what? You went out.
Yeah,
and
but it's even
stuff.
more expansive.
It's like, okay, fine.
Don't
take a shower tomorrow, maybe. But like, and the thing is, it's not a sunny sunshine day in an American cul-de-sac. It was like the environmental equivalent of like the primordial soup. And also, Connor's not wearing his sun hat and like some joggers and a t-shirt. He's dressed like Dracula out there. Just he's got like the Arkham Asylum pants on and somehow wore Converse for 4 days straight.
What else was I gonna do? I had sneakers.
And you know what I decided was I was watching you boys walk around, not taking your showers and stuff, and I thought to myself, I said, you white boys are built different. That's what I said to you guys. Didn't remember? Do you remember that? I went, you know what? You white boys are just built different.
I don't know if it's a mental built.
I don't know what it is. My dad's like that too. I'm always like, aren't you tired? I don't know what it is with you guys, but you guys are crazy. No wonder you guys are the serial killers and all that, because you just something ain't right. Connor wearing skinny jeans and Converse for 4 days straight, not taking a shower in Animal Kingdom. It ain't right to me. Connor, you're getting the fucking rides and you're 1,000 people.
I don't know, man. I just didn't feel like I took one in the fucking morning and I went to bed.
Yeah, and I touched him. I remember. He was like, no, and I go, ugh.
Yeah, he had to touch. He had to verify that I didn't have like a film on top of me.
I touched him and I go, no, take a shower. And that was Disney in a nutshell, I think. Did we miss anything? That was it. I know
that sounds like
it was a long one.
The majority.
It was a long one, but it was
Did we skip the asks?
Yeah, we can skip the asks.
I like how you said, let this be an episode where you don't have to. Let's try and make an episode where you don't have to edit a whole lot. We probably made it the episode we have to edit the most. We drop shit on the ground. We messed up on something.
Yeah, I did say that we were eating. I was like, let's just try to do it like clean so we don't have to edit.
And then we did
much.
a 3-hour episode.
Oh my fuck!
How long is this episode right now?
So far, 1 hour and 41 minutes.
We haven't even done just ask.
the thing goes off. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. And we have our producer Kane here pick who is the best in Jest. So, Kane, who do you think is the best in Jest of this special Walt Disney episode?
The best in Jest for episode 20 will go to Mr. Lightning McQueen.
Me? For the kids slapping me?
Good job. That was good.
I was going to say, I really hope someone draws that, because I would love to see a scene.
The kids hitting your belly.
I'm crashing. I flip over. My belly's like, for some reason, my belly is like not covered, but it's like exposed like a vulnerable spot.
Like a weak point. Like a weak point. A fucking bull orb.
Weak point. And they all come really quick. Slap. And it hurts. Painful. And they steal my wheels.
This is such a fucking grotesquely, like, descriptive environment that you've created for yourself.
And like the thing is, when I flip over and they come, I imagine it's like comical how fast the kids appear.
Yeah, they're here. It's like I mean,
and they start slapping me with the sticky
everything reads as cartoon.
But then silence again, slow-mo. And it's like, dun, 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 dun. And they're like slapping me with this stick. And like, as it slaps my belly, the beads of sweat splash off. And I'm like, yeah.
The kids are much more wrinkled and grotesque.
Yeah, they're like this, like Dante's Inferno-esque, like crazy. Like, yeah. And then they steal my tires. And I'm left. And I'm kind of like dazed.
You're shaking.
Yeah. And they toss me into the pit of other failed Lightning McQueens who couldn't make the dastardly turnpike on Mickey Way.
You're just like describing like a Meat Canyon animation or something. It's all gross and they throw you away.
Threw me away. Couldn't make it. Many such people try.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Ka-chow.
Wait, we forgot to talk about the baby getting sliced up by Kylo Ren.
Talk about it. Go ahead. Your crazy hypothetical.
So the Rise of the Resistance ride, it's kind of this immersive experience where like Kylo Ren comes. It's really cool. It's such a cool ride. Kylo Ren comes. He's like, we were looking for the traitor. It's in your eyes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't like that. You look
scary.
You look scary.
Why do I look like that?
You look like Jeff the Killer. Stop.
I'm so scared.
Wipe it away. I don't like that. No, don't do that. What is that?
Why was it like that?
I didn't like that one bit.
Why did it transform my face?
That was scary. But this ride, you know, Kylo Ren comes, and you're like prisoners, and the Kylo Ren comes down, and he's like, which one of you? And he gets angry. It's really cool. He slices up, and I was like, you know what would be cool? Because at Disney, they're especially in the Star Wars section, they're all about immersion. And I was like, you know what they should have? Just like they have people who play characters, they should have someone who works at Disney who waits in a line, whose sole purpose is to get killed. Like, they plant people that wait in the line with you, and you get to that part where Kylo Ren's like crashing out, and Kylo Ren, he like stabs or chokes out like a random person.
Like a planted person.
Like a planted person.
Yeah.
Like he force chokes a random person in the audience, and like an invisible wire carries him up, and you're like, oh my, what the fuck? That guy was standing in line with me for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And he kills him. And then I said, and I was like, but what if it was a baby? Like, it's in a stroller, and then it's on an invisible wire, and Kylo Ren's like, where are the traitors? And and the baby starts rising on like an invisible wire, and the mother's also a planted actor. Ah, my baby! And then Kylo Ren, reveal your traitors to me, and he takes out his lightsaber and he cuts the baby, like Fruit Ninja. He cuts the baby into pieces, and the mom's like, ah, God! But imagine if you were in line and that baby was there with you for 80 minutes with the mother, and Kylo Ren, he goes like, what? You would be scared.
It would be terrifying.
You'd be terrified. You'd be like, what?
It would be terrifying if it wasn't an actor. I mean, like, if like, not
what?
It would have been terrifying, like, if I knew it was an actor.
If it's a clearly fake thing. If Kylo Ren force choked like an alien baby animatronic and cut it into pieces while the mom was like,
but it's a surprise, so it's fucking terrifying. And then I just had this thing. I'm like, oh, if an actor stood in line and they kill the actor, and you somehow transformed it into like this grotesque baby murder by Kylo Ren.
Vroom, dun, dun, dun.
Into like 90 pieces, you said.
Yeah, like
90 pieces.
Not like boom boom, but like boom boom boom, boom, dun, 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 dun.
Like confetti.
Yeah. And then the mom.
And you had to add in grief and terror to your hypothetical.
And if you were just like in that line waiting, you'd be like, what the hell? And then we get to a different part where like there's a part where like it's like a tour. It's in Epcot. And it's like a tour and you get to see the farms and stuff. And it's like you eat food that's been grown there.
Yeah.
You go on a tour and you see the farm and then you can eat food that's grown there. And they're like, oh, is there meat? And they're like, well, what's the meat? And I was like, remember that baby? Kylo Ren baby. Like a you ever have gyro? And they have those big,
God! What the?
yeah, those big things and they slice the sides for the gyro meat. It's Kylo Ren baby.
It's a big ass baby. Can't tell if he loves the babies or not.
No, it's not that I love babies or I hate babies. It's like
They're just ingrained.
I am.
You are. Yeah. I already got
no, we
pie.
forgot Kylo Ren baby story. The Kylo Ren baby
You
thing.
said that. That was insane.
This episode releases it's like lifetime ban from Walt Disney premises.
Disney does not actually cut up babies.
What would be funnier if they banned us, or if the next time you go on Rise of the Resistance, Kylo Ren cuts up a baby. Vroom, vroom.
We got something here.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.